In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how women with zero sales experience are landing jobs as remote high-ticket closers and making $10,000 to $20,000 a month from home. And no, this is not one of those get rich quick or MLMs or online schemes. This is a sales role. I'm going to share with you some real women from my program who started with 9 to 5 soul-sucking jobs, or even some of them were stay-at-home moms and they just didn't know if they wanted to go back to work or what they were going to do. They graduated from my Sales Shark Academy and landed closing positions. One common misconception about sales is that you have to have the gift of the gab in order to be good at sales. The truth is that you have to be a really good listener. And this is why women in their 30s and 40s make the absolute best sales closers. I have trained introverts, I've trained extroverts, I've trained mom with toddlers running around in the background. It really doesn't matter. What matters is your willingness to learn, your willingness to go all in, and your willingness to bet on yourself. Okay, before we dive in, let me just clarify. What is high ticket sales and why is it perfect for women? High ticket sales is simply selling expensive programs online over Zoom calls. So think of any kind of program that Tony Robbins has. Think of your favorite fitness coach. They have an online program. All these programs cost between $3,000 all the way up to, $50,000 for a high proximity coaching program. As a high ticket closer, you don't have to create the program. You don't even have to have a product or an online business. You are taking the calls for the offer owner over Zoom. The best part about it is that these are warm leads coming in. So when people see their favorite fitness coach online, if they see an ad, usually at the back of that ad, you can fill out a form to get more information. That form is going to lead to them booking a call. Do you think you're actually going to get on a call with the fitness trainer themselves? Or do you think you're actually going to get on a call with Tony Robbins when you book a call with his team? No, that is a high ticket closer that's going to take those calls. If you are a coach or if you are an offer owner, at the beginning, you'll be taking your own sales calls. But as you grow and expand and as your company scales, there's just not enough hours in the day for you to be taking all of those calls yourself. So you would bring on a high ticket closer. This role is absolutely perfect for women because we naturally are empathetic, we're great listeners, and we love to connect and serve. Masculine sales and pushy, fly me car dealership strategies are so 10 years ago. Once you land a high ticket closing role, it is completely remote, meaning you can take calls from anywhere that you have a good Wi-Fi connection and just a clean, plain background. And you also get to set your own hours. A lot of my students just work 10 to 15 hours a week. Here are 3 qualities that business owners are actually looking for when it comes to them looking for a high ticket closer for their company. Number 1, somebody who has high ticket sales experience or training. Number 2 is somebody who is well-spoken and authentic. There is nothing worse than getting on a sales call with somebody who sounds like a robot and who sounds really salesy. So just be a real person. Number 3 is a coachable mindset. So just somebody who's willing to come in, willing to be coachable. And number 4 is some sort of knowledge in that particular industry. So for example, if there's an offer owner that has a real estate offer, they're probably going to want to find a closer that has some sort of background or knowledge in real estate because it would just be so much more natural and easy for that person to close those kind of roles. This is why your background honestly doesn't even really matter. I've helped former teachers, nurses, stay-at-home moms, all kinds of women land high-ticket closing roles once they learn the skill of sales and they find a perfect offer that they are already knowledgeable about. Take my student Jackie, for example. She is a mom of 3 little boys. Her youngest one is only 3 months old. She came into my program, she learned the skill of sales, and she applied to be a closer for a bunch of different baby sleep trainer coaches. You know how there's those coaches out there that help moms who are trying to get their babies to sleep longer stretches? That's who she wanted to become a closer for. So she reached out to a bunch of sleep coaches and she ended up getting 2 offers her first week. So she's literally deciding which one she's going to work for right now. Or my client Amanda, she's a real estate agent. She was just in a little bit of a slow season and she really wanted to get into high ticket sales. So she came into my program, she learned the art of sales, and in 45 days, she landed an offer as a closer for a real estate company that helps realtors build their own brands. Do you see the alignment here? As long as you learn the skill of sales and then you apply to a bunch of different closing opportunities in areas that you are naturally aligned with, that you have knowledge and background information on, it is a perfect combination. Okay, so I know you're wondering, okay, Nikki, how do I actually find a closing position? It's actually so easy, you guys. There is a complete blue ocean out there. I want you to think about all the different coaches that are out there, all the different offers that are out there. The coaching industry is absolutely booming. It keeps growing, meaning that there's going to keep continuing to be a need for more and more skilled high ticket closers. So here are some proven strategies on how to find a business that's bringing in about $100,000 a month that are hiring for closers. Strategy number one is to go through your own personal network. Think about any people that you know that own booming businesses, especially online businesses. These businesses all have warm leads coming in. They have people who are interested in getting more information on working with them. So they need someone to take all of these phone calls. My very first closing position that I ever had was with a manifestation coach that I worked with a few years prior. I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I just took the sales training and I know how to be a high ticket closer now. Do you use closers and are you willing to delegate this task to somebody like me who could help take your calls for you? And she was instantly on board with bringing me on because I'd already taken her course. I already know about what she does in her business. It was just easy for me to close deals for her. Number two is to connect with online coaches. There are so many coaches online and so many different kinds of industries. So just make a list of things that you genuinely love and would genuinely love to be a closer for. It could be an offer about fitness. It could be an offer about helping women grow a business. It could be a real estate offer. There's literally endless amounts of offer owners out there. So you're just going to get on Instagram and you're going to search manifestation coaches. All the manifestation coaches are just going to start popping up right there. And you just want to find somebody who has a pretty good following. Any ad that you see that has a really great business or just a really cool business model or somebody that you'd be interested in closing for, send them a DM. And I'm going to show you exactly what I say in the DMs. And the last strategy, if you want to find a really, really great closing role, is to work with a sales coach. And no, I'm not talking about like a 19-year-old or a 22-year-old who's only been in sales for a short amount of time. I'm talking about a well-established person who's been in sales 5-10 years, who knows the industry in and out. They're going to have a lot of people coming to them looking for closers. So naturally, when you work with a coach, you learn their methods, you train with them, you learn the skill of high ticket sales. They are going to be able to place you with one of these people who are coming to them looking for closers. This is exactly how I got my students Coles and Haley on an offer in less than 90 days. I have coaches and offer owners coming to me all the time looking for closers. So at that point, I would get them set up with interviews with all of my girls who have graduated from my program. And this is how I helped Coles, Haley, Carly, and Kat all get offers in the last couple of weeks. It's from me setting them up on interviews with offer owners who came to me wanting to find a closer out of all my girls. Don't miss this really important step when it comes to finding a role as a high ticket closer. After you send the DM, you're going to want to send them a Loom video. So just go to loom.com and you're going to record a video of yourself and you want to explain your sales experience. And don't ever say that you don't have any sales experience, because you do. Just think of any job that you've had in the past. There is a way to swing it where you can tie it to sales. Number two, why you would be a good fit as a closer for their offer. Number three, why they should hire you. And finally, you're going to ask for the interview. The quicker you can get on an interview, the better. When you land that interview, I want you to show up like a professional. I want you to have the following questions prepared. Number one is, how long has this person had their offer out there? Number two, how does this person or company get leads? Are they paying for ads? Is it all organic? Number three, how many calls do they expect you to take per week as a high ticket closer? Number four, is there a setter? Number five, what is their closing average? So for the current closers who are on the team, what are they actually closing and how much money is the top closer bringing home? Like, that's what I want to know is like, okay, your best person, how much are they taking home? Because at the end of the day, I know I can do that too. And that's what I'm going to be shooting for. You want to find a company that's bringing in around $100,000 a month. You would be surprised at how many coaches are actually doing this. Okay. If someone was bringing in $100,000 a month and you as the closer were making, say, 10%, that means you'll be making $10,000 a month. And this is exactly how my client Amanda landed that dream real estate closing offer. So Amanda was already a realtor, so she had knowledge in the real estate industry. She then went through my course and she became an absolute shark at high ticket sales. Then she went and she applied for a closing position with a bunch of different online real estate offers, and they chose her over people who had tons of sales experience. Why? Is because she had real estate experience. So it was specific to that industry. She had high ticket closing training. So she went through my academy and she knew how to walk someone through the whole process of a sales call and close them. Those two skills together are absolutely dynamite, and you will get chosen over people who have way more sales experience than you do. All right, I'm going to go over the exact income breakdown for a high ticket closer. We'll take me, for example. I'm currently closing on an offer that helps businesses scale with AI. The offer costs $10,000. It's a year-long program. I make 20%. So if you do the math, I make $2,000 every time I close a deal. My goal is to close 10 deals a month. When I hit my goal, the math is mathing, I'll be making $20,000 a month. And that's only closing 10 deals. The offer that I was on before this was a health and fitness offer. It cost $5,500 and I was making 10% commissions. So this is like a really good place to start. Maybe like a, $5,000 offer. As a beginner, you'll probably be making about 10%. And then of course, as you refine your skills and you are able to prove yourself, you are going to be able to get better and better and more higher paying jobs. That's just kind of the way that it works. But say you start off with a $5,000 offer and you're making 10%. That means you get $500 each close. If you close 5 deals a week, that's $2,500. You times that by 4 over the span of a month, that's a $10,000 month. And that's only working about 12 hours a week. At the beginning, you want to take as many calls as possible because the more reps you get in, the better you're going to be. And there's nothing that beats real experience, like actually taking the calls, putting in the reps. You're going to fumble through it at the beginning. You're probably going to burn a couple leads at the beginning, but that's just the way that it is. Every closer goes through the phase of that like uncomfortable, you kind of saw, but it's okay because you're going to push through and you get better and better and better on each call. So at the beginning, you want to aim for absolutely as many calls as possible. But then as you get good, I think taking about 15 to 20 calls per week is like the perfect amount. If you were to take 20 calls a week and you closed 6 of those, that means that you would have a 30% closing average, which is industry standard. So about every 20 calls you take, you're going to expect to close about 6 of them. So if you do the math, if you're making $500 per close, that's $3,000 a week. So that's 12 grand a month. How would your life be different if you were making $12,000 a month? I really just want you to think about it. Like, what would be different? What would that allow you to do? And is it worth getting over a little bit of fear or uncertainty and learning the skill of sale in order to make that dream life come true for you? Because I promise you, it is possible. Anything is possible. The choice is yours. What if we could take your 5-year plan and make it happen in 6 months? You want to learn the exact process that my client Carly followed, and she was able to land her first high ticket sales closing role in just 3 weeks. Book a call with me through the link in the description. And I'm going to show you step by step how you can do it too, even if you have zero sales experience.